User-created worksets are the main ones that you work in as you add and modify elements in your Revit structure project. There are also 3 other types of worksets that you can use. Now, these are set up as default as soon as you enable work sharing. Now, the way to view worksets is really easy. Go to the Collaborate tab here on the ribbon and click on Worksets there, or, as I've shown previously, you can click here on the status bar and there's your worksets there. Now, you'll notice I've got my active workset is structural columns, but it's not editable right now. That's because it's switched off here. So I can switch on and off any of these at any time. So structural columns, if I want that to be editable, I just say yes. Owner is user 1 because I'm currently logged in to Revit as user 1. What I can show is other types of worksets down here. So if I switch off user created, the list goes blank. But if I go to families, there's all my families available to me in this particular workset related project. So these are all my families. These are my default families that are all down here as well in the project browser. So if I go back to user created there and untick that like that and just OK it, if I come down here in my project browser, all the way down towards the bottom here, you'll see there's my families right there. So if I click on the plus sign and go to something like structural columns, let's say. So if I go there, structural hollow sections, there's all different types there. If I select that and right click, you'll notice there that there's a shortcut menu that has appeared. Now it's just going off the screen there slightly. That's purely due to my position of my Revit window on my laptop. But you can see there's a shortcut menu there, but there's nothing about worksets. But if I go here and right click, can you see I've got make workset editable? So I can make those circular hollow sections editable from the project browser. I don't have to go into worksets here and do it that way. Now, other types of worksets that are available. We've looked at families there, project standards. These are all things like analysis display style, annotation, arrowheads when we're dimensioning, rail types, browser organization, building type settings. All of these can be made editable. However, normally it would be a manager level that would edit this sort of stuff on a workset related project. So I'll just untick that one there now and go to views. These are all my views here in my project browser. So if I go up here now, notice the project browser won't move. So I do actually have to cancel that first and then go up here. So there's all my views here, structural plans, 3D views and so on. So in my worksets, if I go back to views now, they're all in there. Can they be editable or not? Now, sometimes you might want them to be editable. Again, you might be the CAD manager or the BIM leader on a project, and you want to set all of this up. So that's how you go in and change all the settings. Are they editable? You don't want them editable to all and sundry on the project. You only want the manager to edit these sorts of worksets. So normally, when you're rolling out a new Revit project, your user-created worksets rolling out to the team working on the elements on the project. Families, project standards and views tend to be manager-level worksets that are worked on by the CAD manager, the BIM manager, or the project leader. So you can see there that all of these worksets are available. Now, what you can do, though, if I OK that, and go back here into the project, is you can relinquish all of my particular worksets. Now, I'm user 1, I'm a user, but I'm also the CAD manager and the BIM leader. So I can relinquish all of mine like that back to the central model if I need to. And you would do that with any workset. It doesn't have to be user defined. It can be families, it can be views, it can be project standards. So all of those other workset types are very, very important in your Revit structure project.